Hello, you lovely people. I totally forgot to make a movie review of Pillion. I talked about it on my last one. And to be honest with you, that movie is very interesting. Very interesting. In a good way, in a good way. Can't necessarily go like how I was in my very first one, like detailed stuff on movies and my insights about it. But what I will say is after watching that movie, well, to be honest, I was watching that movie because of Alexander Skarsgård. Duh. I love True Blood, so no shit. Of course I'm gonna watch it. But to be completely honest, I think the only snippet that I seen of the whole trailer was just Alexander going up to his sub, because that is a Dom movie. That is just a Dom movie. That is a Dom movie. And I just remember him going up to his sub and just like, well, in a sense, okay, here we go. The trailer didn't explain anything. I didn't know what the movie is about completely. Only seen a little snippet of it to where Alexander will go up to the door, some parents answer, and that guy come out. Now I thought it was gonna be like a fucking he's from outer space or some shit, like oh, okay, this seems like a normal movie, but then it got sci-fi into it. Immediately that's what my mind went to, and I thought, I'm like, oh, okay, might be a good watch. I love fantasy. I love me some sci-fi. But then later on, I think I found out it's BL. So I was like, oh, okay. I still would watch it, and I did watch it. That movie did not prepare me. It didn't prepare me for what I seen or what I was gonna see. That movie is interesting as hell. Y'all think Heated Rivalry was just like, whoa, shockwave? No, ma'am. That movie was, yeah. Especially when they first meet. Just don't watch it in front of people. Just don't watch it in front of people. As I want to say, I would say after that, I'm just like, okay, so, it was just a hookup. It was just a hookup that they did. It was just a hookup, right? No, that's why I mentioned like the Dom thing. It turned to that, and then I start to realize that because technically they're both main characters, but the main character, the one who is like the guy's sub, I can't believe I'm saying that, started to me start to look like he's like really like head over heels for the guy. And I'm just like, okay, that's kind of cute. And he's trying to break down Alexander Skarsgård character. He's just trying to get him to do that. And I was like, okay, maybe because like they mentioned like this is a structural relationship type. They was meeting all the other ones that was into it. He should know what this is. They know what this is established of what this is, and basically the sub just trying to make it more. And I'm like, dude, you're just stop. Like, making it more. You already said this, whatever. But oh yeah, and then also he has a little nice voice in the literally very beginning scene. You hear the sub like singing and shit. That's where they met. They met at a fucking bar, I guess. I don't know what the fuck that was. Very run down. I think a pub. He's seen him first. He was like, I'm pretty sure in his mind he was like, wow, this tall, handsome man is so beautiful. I'm pretty sure that's what he was thinking, and really wanted to get to know him. And I'm pretty sure that's what he was thinking. But back to it. Yeah, you do see like later on in the film him just trying to like really want him to like relationship that's like more romantic, especially, you know, him wanting to like, you know, when he did get invited over to his house. Alexander's character did invite him over to his house, and that's where they just, which I never seen that before. And I guess I'm like I'm such like when it comes to that, because I never thought that was a thing to where the dom and that type of dynamic could invite their situational partner over to live with them slightly, because that's what it was. I'm like, where the fuck do they do that at? Where do they do that at? I never knew that was a thing. Never knew that was a thing. But yeah, so cool. I guess cooking and shit, I personally, if I'm not in the relationship with you, I'm not cooking unless like, yeah, like, no, I'm not cooking. I'm not cooking for you. No, that's crazy. Anyway, you know, more to him, I guess, and people that like that. But yeah, he basically started to want more from Alexander character, but you know, he was pretty strict by it. And at first, well, kind of, I did get a little bit sentimental with the gentleman who was playing the role of the less dominant one, and I was like, dang, he just want him to like him for real. You know what I'm saying? There was one scene that definitely made it clear after a while that like answered his question, like, yeah, he likes you, he prefers you, he picked you for a reason. But and I did feel bad, but then the whole bed scene of wanting to like, you know, life happens in his, you know, thing, and emotions, I'm pretty sure, you know, the Alexander character got a little bit sentimental, was like, you know what, sure, you can finally sleep on the bed, because they were living together, they were in the same room, but he would not want him to sleep on the bed with him whatsoever. You are a dog in a sense, and no, you sleep on the foot of the bed, bitch. First of all, just fucking respectful. Ew. At least to me, because I'm not kink shaming anybody. I don't do that. But I was like, damn, that's fucking wild. This is shit I never knew. I'm like, wow, wow. Okay. It's kind of reverting him to like he's a dog. I don't like that. But after him getting sentimental with the young guy, I think he was okay with them sleeping in the bed once, just once. And girl, when I say Alexander Skarsgård character should never let him even do that once. In my head, I think that's what triggered like, oh, I got him. Because the reason why I'm saying that is then it starts to turn to, oh, this man is crazy. This man is not, he's not mentally here. Yeah, so literally he tries to get in the bed with him again after some other series of events, because like I said, I should have really done this immediately afterwards, like a review for it. Some scenes pass, and then I think, yeah, they had a conversation about, you know, him wanting to meet, like, the sub wanting Alexander's character to like meet his parents and stuff, which I thought was like, all right, you're pushing it. It's just supposed to be one thing. Like, that was the ground rules for it. He kept wanting that until the dom broke and was like, fine, whatever. And then, which I'm pretty sure, yeah, maybe in that sequence, then the scene goes back to when they're, you know, whatever house they were at, where they were living somewhat together. And then I think he was crying. The sub was crying about something. And then they get into like an argument downstairs in the living room, if I remember. And, you know, and Alexander's character was like going up to bed or whatever. And mind you, the sub is naked apart from being in his undergarments. And he decides to go upstairs. Oh, yeah, because he was like, the sub was like reading a book, and Alexander's character was like, put that up, we're going to bed. He was like, no, I want to just, you know, be here. I think I just want to be here. He didn't like that. Then that's when that's when we went to bed. And like I said, it was established they're technically not going to sleep in the bed together, except for that one time. So the sub guy tries to sneak into the bed, and, you know, Alexander Cameron's like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? And he tries a couple times. And then it turns to where after that, like, the subs just started to, like, go completely insane and start to lash out to where he was just being extremely creepy. And I still kind of like that, because I'm like, you can see the fear. You can see the fear Alexander's character. And he was just like in his head, he had to be like, yo, this man is fucking crazy. He's like, it's so fucking crazy. Oh my God. I see that, like, in his eyes, he's like, he feels like he made a big mistake for even talking to this person. But yeah, like, cause the sub like goes downstairs and like slam. Like, I think Alexander pushed him out in the room, and then he immediately goes downstairs and touches shit that's not his, and that pretty much pissed him off. And I think he has a piano in there that only the, you know, Dom was playing, and he touched it. He touched that man's piano, and oh my gosh, when I say he came out of the room to catch that nigga, and then no, he was thinking about doing that until the sub guy went outside. And the thing is, Alexander's character, the Dom, he loved his motorcycle. He had a motorcycle. That's how he met the guy, because, you know, motorcycle BDSM club thing. That was his prized possession. That's the only thing that I seen in that man fucking garage when they would show the outside of his home. As soon as he heard that the motorcycle go off, he immediately got the fuck up from his room and was about to chase him down. And then, well, he didn't catch him because the guy like sped off and ran off. Eventually he comes back, but damn, I still kind of wish in that moment the sub was like, before he got on the bike, I kind of wish it turned into a horror film after that, because that was like a nice twisted transition to where that character could have been like, oh, this movie is not what it is. It is not what it is. It's not what it sees. Technically, I went into it blind anyway, and the movie premise is kind of like, to me, of how I got it, since I didn't really watch the full trailer, it wasn't how it was presented. And it was only like a 5-second clip with the whole door opening thing. But damn, I kind of wish it turned into a horror. I really did, because it'd been crazy if he would have like murdered him, or, you know, done some like crazy, like I don't know if you guys ever heard of the movie The Auction. It's a Japanese film, 1999. It would have been, I slick would have liked that if it turned into that. I would have loved the movie more if it turned into that. But weirdly enough, after that crazy incident of him like giving a glimpse of his insanity, he goes back to the house. The guy forgives him. Sure. I think they meet the parents. Like, he finally actually meet his parents or something. And the mom, who, spoiler, well, technically this is a review, so it's a spoiler alert. But the sub mom is sick. And, you know, she put pressure on the guy, mostly because the sub is kind of a little bit too honest, and the mom just think they're just regular dating, but they're not. Son's a little bit obsessive, and boundaries. Your son don't know fucking boundary. But she was putting pressure on Alexander's character, and was like, so what do you do? And, you know, I don't discuss this. You know, that's Alexander character. I don't discuss this. I don't talk about this. She's like, well, I'm so sorry. I just want to know if my son is with a murderer or someone who's fucking insane. And period, ma. Because honestly, I was on her side. Because you're just like talking about this guy. He ain't coming around. You're not to a mother insight. Yeah, I will be questioning that too. Because I'm like, what's the fucking is the intent that you have with my son? Like, hello, you sound shitty. But he told the truth. Was like, we have established relationship, this and that, blah blah blah. But honestly, she snapped on him, and she was right. Sadly, she had passed away, because it was a scene where it shows like mother's gone, and then I think they went on they talked about it and the sub wanted to have like a regular day where he isn't like that, because he was doing that I think 7 times a week, which is the whole week. He was like, I just want to be off on one day and we go on real dates. And I'm like, once again, you're pushing it to where it's not, even though if you wanted that, maybe let's not find that in this type of dynamic. Yeah. Let's try not to do that. Let's try to go on regular dates. And then you can just worship that person that way. And then maybe they'll accept you that way. But who knows? You know, many possibilities. But no. But after they go on this regular date, you do see them kind of like running and frolicking and, you know, joking and stuff like that. And there's one scene from it to where like they run out of breath and they like collapse on like the ground and shit, and they just end up kissing in the park. And you can tell after the kiss, which by the way is something he never did. The Dom would never allow that. They never kissed on the lips whatsoever. That was established for them that they were not going to kiss. So this being that scene with that is kind of like, oh, okay, so all right, I guess it's serious. The relationship's turning to something else. And then next thing you know, the next scene shows the sub going back to the guy's house, and motherfucker, that shit empty. That nigga moved out with the quickness. He moved out with the quickness, bitch. I'm like, damn, you really scared his ass off. Like, holy fuck. And by the way, this movie is based on a book, which I never knew. And I never heard of the name of it. But I'm pretty sure it's under like a different name. But wow, like you scared him. You scared him off so bad he moved immediately. Crazy work. But yeah, and then next thing you know, you just kind of see him move on. I wouldn't say so fast, but like it felt like it was fast. And he's on a proper dating site for that, to where he gives his whole description and shit. And then you see the new fucking fish he caught. And then you see him tying that man's shoe. In broad daylight at a fucking baseball game of, we don't know who the fuck. I don't know if he got kids or anything. But the guy next guy he does interview is handsome. But gosh, you really do see like in his character, like he loves obsessing over someone. He loves obsessing over someone. I was going to say, oh, that's devotion. Well, he loves that too, but like obsessing. He loves obsessing over someone. He loves being in that dynamic. but he loves obsessing over someone. I'm like, this man is not healthy. Watch, that nigga he's gonna move away too. He's gonna move the fuck away. And that's, you know what? I don't know. I wouldn't trust them, but I kind of rate the movie. I'd say the movies, it's okay. Way more, way more shock value than Heated Rivalry, I would say. Wow, yeah, because Heated Rivalry don't have nothing on that movie when it comes to just like sex scenes or anything like that. It's just like, wow, it's not frequent, but it's like, wow, they're pushing the envelope for real. They're really pushing the envelope. And I mean, the movie's okay, but I really wish it would have turned into like a fucking psychological thriller. That would have been so cool if he would have snapped and fucking went insane. And then I would have really, really rate that movie like a 10 out of 10. But crazy. But also, I did watch damn, what's that movie? Saltburn, finally. Never heard of it until the whole like Heated Rivalry thing was kind of referencing, well, the fandom was referencing Saltburn. I think they used like a audio of it, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Because it sounded like it said Soul Poon. Like the audio sounded like it said Soul Poon. I was like, what the fuck is Soul Poon? I really thought that was a real place, but no, the movie's called Saltburn, and I really do like the that's a good ass movie. That I'll be a bit more detailed about, but damn, that was a good ass movie though. And the main character is like, he gives the most creepiest vibes in the right way. But I don't know, I love psychological horrors and psychological thrillers. So, well, mostly psychological thrillers. Love them so much. But yeah, that's my review on was it Pillion? Pillion? Pillon, right? Peloton? Peloton? I know how to spell it out, but not say it. Maybe I'm not alone with that, but I don't know. My brain is kind of like afraid to say it. But yeah, I think that's but yeah, watch it if you want. It's mostly for grown-ups. Please don't watch it for your child, because that's really weird if you do. But yeah, that's my review. You guys have a good one. And my phone is probably about to die, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna give a review on Saltburn, because it's really not that bad. It really had me reacting crazy to a couple of characters, but I do like it. I really do like that movie. And this movie is really good too, but it's just something to watch in the meantime while you kind of wait in between seasons. So yeah, yeah, get off my line. All right, bye.